Hey! What was that all about, Susie? What you just did was very dangerous, so can you please be more careful up there?
What is up with you talking to your mother-in-law like that? I didn't drop that flower pot off the edge of the balcony on purpose, you know. It just happened to happen, as an accident is all. My hand just happened to slip while moving the pot, and it fell. And you know us older people tend to have a tough time gripping heavier items as we get older. So you can blame that one on my hands being a little shaky today.
You keep telling me you're not doing it on purpose, but how many times has it been now since you've started doing that? How many times is your hand going to slip while holding those pots off the side of the balcony? Do you need me to come up there and take care of those pots for you?
Well, I'm sorry that I keep losing a hold of them. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's due to your balcony rail being too short, and that leads to me dropping the pots off them too easily. I've told you before that it's pretty dangerous having such short guardrails on your balcony. Every time I lean in to either place a pot down on the rail or pick one up, they happen to slip a little. And sometimes I don't have the strength to hold onto the pot any longer and it just falls.
And I can understand it being an accident if it was only one time that you dropped a pot, but it's been happening over and over, and only when I'm standing down here. If you really are having issues up there, then figure out a way to be more careful before handling the pots again. But I know that you've been doing all of that on purpose, so I doubt you'll ever stop coming out onto that balcony when I'm down here.
Stop trying to accuse me of something that I'm not doing, Melody. All I've been trying to do is help these poor flowers that you have out here look a little better, right? If it weren't for me, they'd all be dead by now, and the front of your house would look terrible with a bunch of dead plants all up on your balcony. So stop saying such rude things about me and be grateful that I'm even helping out.
You telling me you're helping my flowers is a bold claim, considering all you've done so far is drop about half of them from up there. Tell me, Susie, why are you only dropping all those pots only when I'm down here standing up the balcony?
And I'm saying no matter how much you try and question me, there is no good reason for it. It's just something that's been happening with me. All a bad coincidence. Now stop trying to play the victim card here when there is nobody trying to harm you.
Playing the victim card. What would happen if one of those pots were to land on my head? Things won't just end with me getting hurt. My life might be put at risk and everything due to those pots, and I would not be happy if it was due to you dropping them on purpose.
Well, that's only an if, right? So there's no point in continuing this discussion over something that isn't even happening. Not one of the pots that has fallen has hit you yet, so can we stop all of this? I promise that when one does hit you, that we can start to talk about what's happened.
I can't believe this. You don't even seem to be worried about what you're doing. If you're just going to continue dropping pots on me, then I don't think I can live with you anymore.
Well, if that's how you feel, then go right ahead and leave this house. I mean, it wouldn't hurt me any, considering you are a pretty useless wife. So if you were going to leave this house right now, it would go unnoticed, even by my son.
I knew it! I knew you were doing all of this as a way of getting me to leave the house. I don't mind you picking on me every now and again, but if you're going to start to try and harm me as a way of showing that you don't like me, that's where I'm drawing the line. Well, I don't want to be the one to leave this house, and I won't. I'll be bringing all of this up with Eric really soon.
Go right ahead and let him know about this. I haven't been dropping those pots on purpose, so he won't think anything of me.
What is wrong with you? Seriously, Susie?
So another flower pot fell from the balcony and almost hit you? I can't believe this crap. That old bag is really starting to show her age and probably needs to be left inside.
It's not because of her old age, Eric. She's been doing it on purpose when I'm under the balcony. This time was the third time it's happened. And she's never dropped them any other time besides when I'm standing right there underneath the balcony doing chores. Can you please say something to her about all of this? So far, I've had luck on my side, never taking one of those pots to my head. But at some point, my luck is going to run out and one of those pots is going to hit my head and I'll be done for.
Well, even if you tell me to, that old bag is telling me that she's not doing it on purpose, so I can't do much to stop her, right? And to be honest, she's always been kind of clumsy, so this is all just a part of who she is as my mother.
Well, if for whatever reason all of this has been an accident, we still need to address the fact that she's dropping pot after pot off the edge of the balcony, and it's both dangerous and costing us money. This is a serious problem, Eric.
Well, if you want me to think up something, let's do something about the guardrail up there being a bit too short. But look, getting that rail replaced will only cost us more money, right? Way more than just letting her drop a few $1 pots.
Then how about we just tell your mom that she's no longer allowed to go on the balcony? It's been dangerous to let her keep going out there without us doing anything, right?
But my mom loves to take care of flowers and plants like she's been doing. It's her one hobby that keeps her from getting bored. If we take that hobby away from her, she'd be left with pretty much nothing, right? Ever since Dad died, she's been left by herself and has a lot of time on her hands, which she likes to spend out there on the balcony.
If she wants to be with her flowers and plants, let's just put them all around the garden instead of on the balcony. Why does she have to be up there to take care of all of her plants? No matter how you try and think of it, the only reason for her wanting to be up there is to drop those dang pots on my freaking head.
Come on, my mom already told me. She said that having the plants on the balcony gives them more access to direct sunlight, and the flowers will bloom more vibrantly.
Whether she has them on the balcony or the ground around our garden, the sunlight is the exact same. She's just making up crap now. You were always on your mother's side, aren't you?
Well, I'm not trying to be on my mom's side with everything. It's just that this time, I really don't believe that old bag is doing anything like dropping pots off the balcony around you on purpose. She is a very kind woman, and she's taken great care of me ever since I was a little baby.
Whatever. I'm just wasting my time now talking with you about how your mom wants to kill me. Go right ahead and then suck up to your mom because that's all you're good at.
Wait a second. You're being a baby now. Hey, Melody. Come on now.
Again with this, Susie. Do you mind being a bit more careful when you're up there?
I'm oh so sorry. Once again, my hand just happened to slip. I am trying my best right now to be careful when handling this very large pot.
I can't believe you'd wait for me to come home from work just to drop that pot near my head. You knew that I'd be right under the balcony at this time, and that's why you let it loose.
I've told you to quit it with all that talk about me. All that's been happening recently is that my hands lose their grip on the pot and it falls right down to the ground beneath the balcony. I'm not purposefully doing it or anything, I promise. But was that the last one so close to your head? Just a little bit more to the left and I could have had you.
Stop all of that right now.
Oh my. It just happened to slip out of my hands is all. I didn't mean to drop that pot next to you on purpose. So please stop trying to act like I'm doing any of this to you. I'm getting really tired of you being a little baby about all of this.
If next time you hit me, I swear to God.
What? What'll happen if next time I do manage to hit you on the head? Are you trying to threaten me right now? Scary, scary. I might have had to take you to court for trying to threaten me like that. Huh.
Go right ahead and try taking me to court.
Hey, what's gotten into you, Melody? I was just joking with you about that, yet you can't seem to take a simple joke. Maybe you need to take a pot to the head every once in a while to help calm your serious butt down.
Is that you telling me you really have been trying to hit me in the head with those pots?
I never said that I've been wanting to hit you in the head or anything. But if you don't want to be hit in the head by me, get out of this house then. I'm totally fine with you going away for good. But of course, if you leave my son, you'll have to kiss his income goodbye and live off your own money.
Sure. And that's why I'm going to leave. Living in this place with you is not worth any part of my health or even my life for that matter. I can't wait to be free of all these worries once I'm out of here.
So then get out of here, Melody. Huh.
Hey, Melody, where the hell are you right now? There's been an accident here. Right now, my mom has been taken away in an ambulance.
Oh? What happened to her?
It looks as though she fell from the balcony and hurt herself really badly. I'm not sure all the details yet of how this could have happened to her, but she fell off the balcony while holding a flower pot in one of her hands, and one of our neighbors heard the sound of her falling and called 911 right away.
Is that so?
Is that so? Are you not worried right now about the state that my mom is in? That old bag ended up losing a lot of blood in that fall and is unconscious right now. At this point, I wouldn't put this accident past being her last.
Well, that was bound to happen, right? I've heard that recently the balcony has been pretty easy to slip on, and that might be the reason why she fell. Haha.
What the hell are you laughing about? This can't be. Don't tell me.
Don't tell you what, Eric? Are you starting to think that maybe I was the one to push her off that balcony?
Well, look.
Why would I ever do that to your mom, Eric? Especially since she is your mom after all. But I will say this. It kind of feels good knowing that she fell off that balcony for once. Thank goodness. Happened to her before she could do anything to harm me.
Why the hell are you saying all of that? I knew it. You were the one that pushed her off the balcony and put her in this horrible state. It couldn't have been anyone else, and you're even laughing about all of this now.
It's been weeks and weeks of her dropping pots on or near my head on purpose. Only when I'm underneath the balcony. And when I told you that she was in fact trying to hurt me, you never batted an eye. Yet, when she falls off the balcony and has to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance, you're pretty quick to turn around and blame me, right? Such a great husband you are.
No, wait.
Eric? Do you even know where you stand right now? I'll just give you a hint. Where you stand right now, you could have your job taken away from you at any minute.
You can say all you want about that, but there's no way, right? We promised that we'd never hold anything against one another within the company, and that's why I was okay taking that job from you. I had other companies that I was looking forward to interviewing for, but you told me that I should come and join yours.
Huh? You had a bunch of other interviews to look forward to, did you? That's strange, because what I remember is you couldn't find anyone to interview you for around 6 months, and that's why I offered you a job within my company. So what is this about other companies? And by the way, the one that took you and your mother in while you were jobless was no one else but me, right?
And I feel really bad for having to make you take us both in.
Therefore, you should be very thankful that I was willing to let you join my company and shouldn't be too hasty to blame me for something I didn't do. The fact that you even have time to be your mom's ally all the time is disgusting.
You were never this strict about things before. I think that you've changed from the woman I once loved and married.
Well, when someone has to go through multiple life-threatening events like having heavy pots fall on their head, they tend to change a little. Now, from now on, I'd like you to understand your position a bit better and listen to what I say to you instead of what your mother wants you to believe.
But that's... You and I are husband and wife, right? We are supposed to be equal in our relationship, right? What you're saying is...
If things are supposed to be as equal as you say they should be, then maybe you should have listened to me when I said your mom was dropping those pots on purpose. But of course, that won't ever make any sense to you since you're such a mama's boy. Well, if you don't want to go back to being unemployed and with a mother who will be disappointed in you after losing your job, then listen to what I say, okay? If you end up losing your job, I'm no longer going to be nice to you and hide everything from your mom. Do you understand?
I understand.
Susie, how are you feeling now that it's been a couple of days since your accident? I hear that you really did a number on both your legs this time around. I'm sure they still hurt quite a bit, don't they?
You. What is up with that attitude of yours?
You're asking me what's up with it? Well, I'm just really happy is all. Seeing that someone like you has finally suffered from what you were trying to serve me, well, it makes me all warm and fuzzy inside.
You have no right saying something like that to someone who just had to be taken to the hospital. You knew about how there was a very high chance I never woke up again after what had happened to me, right?
Of course I knew about that. And that's why I sympathize with you right now. I'm sure had one of those flower pots you tried dropping on me actually hit my head, I'd have been in the same boat as you. Having a chance of never waking up ever again.
You were blowing things way too out of proportions there. You never even got hit in the head anyway.
That's right. I had some pretty good luck with me and never had to take a pot to my head. Susie, you were really trying hard to hit me in the head with those pots, right?
I've told you plenty of times now that all of that was not on purpose. Recently, I've just been having a lot of trouble holding on to those pots. And this past week, the rain had been nonstop, making everything on that balcony slippery. There are even times when you're not under the balcony where I will drop one of those pots on accident. So stop trying to make up loads of lies like that about me.
Of course, for a while there, I was thinking about how I might have been overreacting, thinking that maybe I was just trying to be the victim. And that's why, to make sure I wasn't just making things up in my own head, I set up some security cameras overlooking the balcony to see what all was really going on.
Huh?
I've seen every time you've taken one of those pots in your hands recently and waited for me to pass under you to chuck them down at me.
That might have just been the sun's light reflecting off the camera lens.
And of course, with it just being video of you doing that to me, someone might say the excuse that the sunlight might have distorted the image. Or that the lens was too dirty and you couldn't see the picture clearly. So, there really is no point to me having those videos at all, right? However, because of that, I made sure to have the sound recorded as well. Even if the ground is always under the balcony, you can still hear all the sounds of the pots crashing down below.
You didn't just record the video, but you had the audio recorded from those events as well? Why would you go as far as to record the sound like that? I would never do anything.
Are you sure? I missed again. That short line of words coming out of your mouth is very easy to pick up from the recordings.
That was just me saying that it was a good thing that those missed. That's all. I have not been trying to hit you in the head with those pots, I swear.
Is that so? Well, that's interesting to hear, especially when after watching and listening to those recordings over and over showed me the opposite. Well, no matter. Because it does not mean anything to me what you think you were doing or saying, as I'm still going to use both the video and audio recordings as evidence when I take you to court and sue you.
What? You'd sue me. But all of that isn't going to be good enough evidence for you if you take it to court. I told you a billion times already that I didn't do any of that on purpose.
Also, I took a strangely interesting video a few days ago. Do you want to see it? It's from 3 days ago on that night.
I don't want to see it at all. I haven't done anything at all, so why would I care to see your videos?
You haven't done anything at all, huh? You seem to really like to say that about all of this, Susie. Well, I don't believe one word of that. And do you know why? Because in this video, I have you down on all fours rubbing lotion and lubricant all over the balcony as though you were trying to make it all slippery. Ha!
What?
I'm assuming you were doing all of that in order to get me to slip and fall off the balcony, correct? But I guess that following day, you totally forgot about what you'd done out there. And so, as you went out onto the balcony to start tending to your plants and wait for me to come out and drop a pot on me, you slipped and fell over the edge. That's at least how I remember those videos going after watching them plenty of times. But does that string of events sound right to you?
I never meant for any of that, though. I'm serious.
I don't need to hear that from you anymore, Susie. I've already seen all I needed and heard everything I've needed to as well. And it's very clear to me that you were indeed trying to hurt me. Now, good luck with trying to get your legs back to the way they were before the fall.
What is all of this? You.
Hey Mom, it's me, Eric. Listen, I was just wondering if you'd be willing to just own up to you having dropped those pots on Melody on purpose for me.
What? What are you saying to me right now, Eric?
She told me that if you confess, she'll let all of this go. And that you writing that down on a document for her would lead her to not having to take you to court.
There's no way she's telling the truth. She wants me to confess to all of that just so that she can take me to court and sue me. What's happened to you? Is Melody starting to threaten my own baby boy now?
I'm only asking you to do all of this for your sake, you old bag. Now, please just confess to all that you've been doing. There's already enough video evidence of what you've been up to. So just coming out with your true intentions will make the outcome a whole lot better for you. I don't want for you to be taken away from me forever, Mom.
Eric? But I'm...
Melody made it very clear to me that if you're not going to own up to what you've been doing, that she'll sue you for every penny you have. And if she's able to do that to you, then things between you and I will be over. You understand that, right? Tell her that you were trying to drop those pots on her head, and that you were the one to lube up the balcony to try and get her to fall off. Just hurry up and confess, Mom.
All right, already, I'll confess. I was trying my hardest to get those pots to land on her head every time she came beneath the balcony. And to try and get her to fall off the balcony the next time she came out onto it, I rubbed lotion and lubricant all over the place.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mom. I've been so good for nothing. And now you're going to have to pay for it.
What do you mean, sorry? What will I have to pay for? What is going on right now, Eric? Hey, please respond to me, Eric. Hey, what the hell is going on here?
Susie, I see that you're finally out of the hospital. Well, I'm on my way right now to come and pick you up from there, okay?
Hey, I've had enough of this, okay? I've already tried asking my son to come and help me, so please just stay away from me and let him come get me.
No can do, old lady. Right now, Eric is on his way back into work, and I'd never let him take time off to come out and get you. And since it's the job that I've had him relocated to for a while, he won't be coming back anytime soon to see any of us.
What do you mean you relocated him to another job for a while? Where the hell has my son gone?
I can't tell you that much. That's all a secret related to my company and a few others. And since he's my employee, I'd never, ever tell you where he's gone for work, as it might compromise everything.
Huh? He's your employee.
You didn't know that? Well, I suppose you couldn't have known since I've been hiding that truth from you ever since he found himself a job. Or should I say, ever since I found him a job that would take him. He didn't want you to be disappointed in him for having to either be unemployed or working for me. So we both kept that fact from you.
Is that right? He should have just told me that he was a part of your company now. Then there could have been a completely different outcome here. How pathetic.
However, me keeping all of this a secret from you only led him to becoming more of a mama's boy and never believed that you could do anything wrong. So, I broke our promise of keeping this all a secret from you so that I could finally get you to understand the reality here.
Huh? So that means that you've just broken a promise with your husband, my son.
That's right!
What the hell? There is something seriously messed up with you.
Calling me messed up? How rude, Susie! I was just coming around to being okay with being your caretaker and everything while you're in that wheelchair. And it's going to be around 6 months that you have to stay in that wheelchair, right? Oh, I am just so excited to be in control of everything you do.
No. What's going to happen with Eric then? He'll be coming back really soon from work, right?
Well, from what I've heard, it'll be at least a 6-month-long transfer at that other job. So, you won't be seeing him until after you're out of the chair. But he said he'd do whatever it'd take to make sure you're okay, and that is all a part of it. Ha!
Don't tell me that you're holding me hostage.
Calling yourself a hostage now? How awful you must be to say such a thing about this whole situation. No matter how you try and view all of this, Eric is just being a good mama's boy by working away from home for a while to keep you happy. And not I'll be able to have so much fun with you. Just you and me.
What the hell? What is all of this? What are you? No way. I'm not going to go back to living together with you again. I'd rather live in this world on my own if it meant being far away from you.
Hold on. You can't just try running away from me now, Susie. I have a whole lot of evidence showing that you were going to try and harm me in multiple different ways. So, if you try running from me, well...
You're making that all seem a lot less worse than it was. I never actually wanted to harm you. Not that badly, at least.
Oh, you think so? Well, that'll all be up to the jury to decide if things have to come to that, Susie. And I'm sure that, unlike you, they won't see something like what you were trying to do as not being harmful to me. So, if you do try and take a step outside my house, we are going to have the most fun we've ever had together in that courtroom.
Ugh, You're seriously... Is this your way of getting revenge on me or something?
Revenge? What are you talking about now, Susie? Why would I ever want to get revenge on you? I've already told you that I'm doing all of this as a way of making sure you and I have some fun alone time together. Just the two of us. You can just forget about your son for a while now and come join me as we both live together under that roof, enjoying every moment of it together. That's right. The two of us can go out onto the balcony this time and really enjoy all of that gardening you've always been telling Eric and I you love so much. How does that sound, Susie?
I'm sorry. Melody, I swear to God that I'll act differently now after all of this. I'm so sorry.
It's a little too late now for you to come to me with those words. And it's not like you need to apologize to me anyway, because I've already forgiven you, Susie. Now just you and I can look forward to living under one roof together.
I don't, no way. I don't want to live with you alone. I want Eric there too.
Stop getting so worked up over this. Nothing about what we're going to do together is going to be scary. I promise. And you know how good I am with promises now, right? Oh, that's right. You told me before that taking a pot to the head might get me to settle down a bit, right? Well, how about when we get home, I drop a pot on your head? After that, I arrived at the hospital and picked up my mother-in-law in her wheelchair from the hospital before going back home. I told her that I'd forgiven her already for everything, which I had. And so before making it home, we went out shopping, and then at home we went out onto the balcony together to have some fun. And we would do this day after day with one another, having the best time of our lives. Susie was so used to giving her son all her love and receiving the same from him, and she let me know just how much she missed him. But Eric still has a while before he'd be coming home, so I told her to get used to life without him in the house for a change. And of course, I think it will be a lot longer than half a year before he's back home, since I made sure he had to work for that other company for at least a year. But that should give me more than enough time to have fun with his mom, and make sure that she's happy being alone here with just me. There have been a few times now where she tries to run away from me by going out the front door, but I've put a stop to all that pretty quickly. All I had to do was lock the door from the outside and did the same with the back door, and now there's no way for her to leave the house again, unless she tries going over the balcony again. Tonight we are going to have a little remembrance party together, where we can relive those moments where she tried to hurt me with those flower pots or the lube on the balcony. And we'll start by watching all those videos I recorded again, so that the memories are fresh in our minds.
Hey, John, are you there? It's kind of an emergency. Can you please answer the phone? Did you not get a phone call from the hospital earlier?
I did get a phone call, but I was busy at work, so I chose to ignore it. You do remember that I actually have a job, right?
Of course I know that you have a job, but this is really urgent. Why else would the hospital be calling you?
I figured they just wanted to tell me the results of some report or something dumb like that, but you're not doing anything. So you should go to the hospital and just pick it up for me. I don't really get why I should have to answer the phone and talk to someone just for that. But you never have anything going on, so you should just go and figure it out for me.
Well, that isn't exactly fair. I mean, I do work part-time, you know. Besides, I really think that they want to talk to you. Are you sure that you want me to go for you?
Why are you making such a big deal about this? You're my wife. Anything a doctor wants to say to me, he should be able to say to you. It really is just that simple. Now hurry up and go find out what they want with me and quit wasting my time.
Okay, all right. I'll go. But you don't have to talk to me in that way, you know? I just wanted to make sure that you were getting the calls and what you wanted to do about it. I didn't realize it was such an effort for you to get back to the doctors.
Excuse me? Don't go talking as if you know why I do the thing that I do. Just be a good wife and do as I say. Got it? And don't ever compare your little part-time job to my real job.
You don't have to talk to me like that, you know. John, are you there? Please call me as soon as you see this.
Call you? I wouldn't call you if I was free with nothing better to do. Besides, there are a million better ways to spend my time than talking to you on the phone.
Please, John, this is serious. We really don't have the time for this. I really need to tell you this, but do you think I could just call you and explain it all over the phone? I think it would be a lot easier that way.
Well, I just told you that there's no way that I'm going to be answering the phone. I don't even want to hear your voice. Besides, I'm still at work and can't be taking personal calls just because you want to chat.
I know that you've already gotten off work for the day. Please, I don't really care if you're out on a busy street or something. Just please either let me call you or come home so we can talk in person.
Wait, how do you know that I'm off work? Did you call my office or something? You know that I told you never, ever to call where I work.
But this is an emergency, John. I don't have any other choice.
Fine, jeez. What is so important that you have to bug me like this? If you're going to be so annoying about this, just spit it out. Text or voice, I'll still get the same content. So just type it out and I'll read it when I feel like it.
I really think that this is the kind of thing that should be said over the phone or in person, not texted. But okay, if you're not going to call, then I have to tell you. I talked to the doctors and they said you maybe have a year left. Apparently, even going into the hospital and trying to seek treatment wouldn't work for how advanced the sickness is now. Any medicine or medical treatment would just be buying time.
What are you talking about? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something?
I wouldn't ever joke about something like this, John. You know that I don't find that sort of joke funny.
So basically, you're telling me I've only got a year left with you?
I really don't know. The doctors say that there is a small chance that treatment might help with it. But I think that we should go to the hospital and talk to the doctors themselves about it. Do you think you'll be able to take some time off of work tomorrow to do that with me?
Wait, what? You want me to go to the hospital with you? Why would I want to do that after you've just told me that you've only got a year to live? I'd much rather just have a divorce.
Wait, what? Why would you say that?
I mean that you've just been given a death sentence. And now that you have, I want a divorce right away. So I guess that means there were actually two big announcements for you today. Not only did you find out that you're going to die, but you also found out that you're going to die alone. So don't bother asking me to be there for you or anything like that. It's just a complete waste of time now. And to think that if this didn't happen, we would have spent the rest of our lives together. I guess you can say I really dodged a bullet there.
John, seriously, what are you talking about? I think you're really misunderstanding what I said. But I get it now. You think that I'm going to die, so you're using this as your chance to throw me aside and run away.
Aw, what? Did you really think I would stand by your side and hold your hand while you withered away? Why would I do that when I have another woman waiting for you?
What are you talking about this time? What older woman?
Did you really think that a guy like me can't get another woman to fall in love with him if I tried? I need to divorce you so that I can move on with my life and get with a new woman.
And you think that just marrying someone else is going to solve all of your problems? You'll still end up tied down in ways that you don't like, I guarantee it.
You're just jealous because I already have preparations just in case this very thing happened. Don't be mad just because you're going to die all alone.
I see. Well, then I guess I really didn't know you at all how I thought I did. I had no idea you already had another woman lined up, but fine. Be that way.
Not that I needed your permission to do so. And just why are you wasting the precious time that you have left even arguing with me about this? Why don't you just move out of the house and leave me alone already?
All right, fine then. Have it your way. I will leave then. I'll go ahead and get the divorce papers ready too.
Well, at least you're going to be a good obedient wife for me up until the very end. I'll sign the papers, but then you figure out the rest for me. Unlike you, I have a life to live. Oops, was that too soon? Ah, well, it hardly matters now that you're just a walking corpse.
Whatever, John. Have a nice life.
At least you still have a good sense of humor about you.
I'll just proceed with this whole divorce process then. I'll let you know when the papers are ready for you to be signed. I'm going to be moving out of the house today, though, so don't worry about me being in your space. Although I'll need time to pack my things, so I'll be staying here tonight.
That's fine with me. I'll just go and stay at my girlfriend's house. We're already divorced now, So it really doesn't matter if I do that, right?
Do what you'd like, John.
All right, John, I've done as I said I would and prepared the divorce papers for you. Have you gone to the hospital at all, or are you just ignoring their calls? I got one call from the doctors telling me to reach out to you, but I told them that we're divorced and that it's not my business anymore.
The hospital? Why would I have to go there?
You mean you still haven't gone to talk to the doctors at all? You really still haven't figured out the mistake that you've been making? I wasn't given a year to live. You were.
Wait, what?
That's right. You should probably tell that girlfriend of yours before the two of you get married. But I hope you enjoy that last year of being with her.
Hold on a second. Seriously? What are you talking about? What do you mean I was given a year to live? If this is some kind of joke, it isn't very funny.
I'm afraid that I'm not joking about anything at all. Besides, you know that I don't like to joke about this kind of thing. I'm being very serious right now.
Well, I don't believe you at all. I feel as healthy as a horse.
You do remember going in for the full-body physical several months ago, right? Well, the doctors found some abnormalities and ran some tests. When you sent me to the hospital to find out the results, that was when they told me you only had a year left. But I guess you wouldn't believe me since you never went to check for yourself. But I wasn't going to my test results. They were yours, remember? You and your girlfriend might want to think about scheduling an appointment.
Oh, give me a break. Do you really expect to believe that I'm the one who's dying? Don't be ridiculous. This is all a bunch of nonsense. There's no way that I'm about to die. You're just mad because you're the one who's going to die all alone.
I'm actually not upset at all. And you can only blame yourself for all of this since you weren't listening to what I was trying to say. I never once said that I was the one who only had a year to live. You just read my message the way that you wanted to read it. And then you went on to confess that you were cheating on me and that you wanted to get a divorce.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But still.
So all I did was fulfill a dying man's wishes and divorce him. You do remember that the whole reason I went to the hospital that day was for your test results, right? I mean, why would I go to the hospital to pick up your diagnosis and then come back with one for myself? That just doesn't even make sense. You really need to just answer the phone when the hospital calls you.
But I hate talking on the phone. It's such a pain.
Well, I can't disagree with you there, but now look what happened. Honestly, I have no idea how you made that mistake even. I was really surprised by it, to be honest. But then all the horrible things you said to me the second you thought that I was going to die. About not being there while I wither away and leaving me to die alone. Not to mention the fact that you've been cheating on me this whole time.
Well, I thought you were going to be gone soon. I guess I kind of jumped the gun on all of this, didn't I?
But you were already cheating on me before you even thought I was going to die. At least own up to the fact that you were doing it.
But I only admitted it because I thought that you were the one that was dying.
Well, I'm not, so good luck explaining to your girlfriend and all.
What the heck am I supposed to tell her after all of this? She's never going to marry me now!
Yeah, I really can't see anyone wanting to marry someone with so little to go. But since you were so ready to marry her anyways, surely she must love you enough to want to be with you, right? Maybe she'll overlook this and stand by your side until your last breath. Anyways, if you're not going to tell her that, then at least tell her that I'm suing you both for adultery.
Wait, what? You're going to sue us? But I was just given a death sentence. Are you really going to try and just heap more suffering on me?
I'm sorry, but that has nothing to do with the fact that you cheated on me. You cheated, and I have the right to sue for reparations. It really is that simple. You've already admitted to it. Now it's time to own up to it. I don't care if you are a dying man. I have my rights.
How can you say that to me? I only have a year left to live. You should be nicer to me. Why are you being so cruel? You're breaking my heart, Julia. You're the reason I'm dying. It's all the emotional stress you've been putting me through.
Excuse me? You seriously need to get a grip if you think that's the case.
What do you mean?
I mean, that if you want to talk about mistreatment and stress, then I have much more room to talk than you do. The whole time we've been married, you've treated me like your maid more than your wife. You only ever looked down on and condescended to me, and you even cheated on me. You need to get over yourself and realize that you haven't been a good husband.
Hey, come on now. What kind of way is that to talk to a dying man?
You had your chance to go and talk to the doctors about this, but you didn't. I'm sorry, but I don't have any pity for you after the idiotic way you've been acting and the horrible way you've been treating me. I never want to hear from you again.
Hey, Julia, are you there?
Excuse me? Who is this?
Please don't act like this. You know it's me, John. I just wanted to tell you that I really am sorry about what I did. I was just really hoping that you would take me back.
God, you were such a little creep.
What do you mean?
I mean that I thought you left me to go and be with your girlfriend. Why are you trying to worm your way back into my life?
Please don't be like that. I really am sorry for all that I did. But I really have been thinking about what I did, and I realized I was treating you wrong. I need you. I see that now. I'm in the hospital right now, and I'm in my room all by myself.
I see. So I guess now you're the one living out your days all alone.
My family found out all about my cheating and how I treated you, and no one has come to visit me. But I think if I had you here by my side, I might really be able to beat this thing. Please, I need you to help me get through this.
Why don't you leave me alone and go ask your girlfriend to help you?
But we've been married 5 years. No one else knows me as well as you do.
And? Why do you think I owe you another second of my life? I gave you enough time and now I'll finally be free. Don't bother reaching out to me unless it's about paying me what you owe me.
Hey there, it's me, John. Well, here I am, living out my final days alone in a hospital bed. Although I suppose if I think about all that I said to Julia, I should have seen this coming. I'd like to take this space to make my final statement. I really have had a change of heart. I don't expect Julia to ever take me back or see me before I go. But that's for the best. Now that we're divorced and she's free, I really do hope that she can move on and forget all about me. I may be dying, but at least by doing so, I might be doing the only kind thing I've done for the only woman I've truly loved.
I can't believe it. When I heard that a lowlife like you happened to own a super expensive restaurant, I was shocked.
It's been a long time, hasn't it, June? Why are you wanting to talk to me now?
I just wanted to talk with you about how surprised I am about what I've heard. But I can see that that place is too fancy for most people, so I'm sure you don't draw in a very large amount of customers, right? That's why I thought I'd be so kind and made a reservation there.
What? You made reservations at my restaurant.
Well, there is a reservation in your system, isn't there? For 80 people, I might add. That amount of people reserved for your restaurant should be on your radar at all times, right?
Oh, you're not kidding. What? There seems to be 2 of the same reservation in here. What is this one that you made reservations for about then?
Why are you asking me about what the reservation's for? We're having our class reunion at your restaurant.
Really? And you're going to be the one coordinating all of it?
I'm the one in charge of making the reservations for it, yes. So, aren't you excited that I was kind enough to reserve your restaurant?
But the time you have written in here, it's not the correct time, right?
Please be more thankful towards me. I am being oh so nice by having the class reunion in some idiot's really nice restaurant. Does this make you feel a little better now?
None of this makes me feel special in any way. It says here that you want everyone to receive a $50 course from us?
Well, we had to meet somewhere in the middle so that everyone can afford it.
I'm sorry, but my restaurant doesn't offer any kind of $50 courses, though. Having to serve over 80 people like you're asking for, that'll require a lot more time and effort from the staff here. This is all a little strange to me, June. The timing for the event is not right, and it seems like there was a duplicate of this same reservation made. Can you please make sure to talk to someone else who is helping plan this and make sure that you are both on the same page about the planning for this event?
I'm not really sure what you're trying to say right now. Are you not the person that's going to be making all of this food for us come the day of the reservation?
I'm not the chef or anything, no. My husband is the one who went to culinary school, and I'm the one that manages the business side of things. I went to school studying this kind of stuff, so I like to stay in my lane and not try to do something I'm not qualified for.
Thank goodness for that. I was worried you'd be making the food and was afraid it would all come out tasting like crap. Didn't want all my guests feeling as though I set them up for that.
Huh? Did you come here to talk with me only to say things like that?
Stella, I've never really liked you all that much ever since you and I first met.
Huh?
Why were you able to end up marrying such a wonderful man as your husband? Especially in his case. How could he possibly marry a witch like you?
June, you've started to become really rude again. Are you sure you're not taking all of this a bit too far now? What do you mean about him being such a wonderful man? Have you ever even met him before?
Well, he has himself a really nice restaurant with you, and since he's the chef, he has to be loaded by this point. Why would someone like you be so fortunate enough to land such a beautiful beast as him? It's pissing me off.
June, I'm sure you're a bit jealous of me and my husband right now because you have still not gotten married yet, but I'm not married to him for this restaurant or all his money. When him and I got married, we were both going through some very difficult times in our lives. And he didn't even have the restaurant at the time, because we only just opened this place up together after getting married.
I have zero idea what you're talking about right now. You have pissed me off a lot this time, and I'm not going to let you get away with it.
Are you even listening to me right now? Anyway, can you please talk with the other organizers for your class reunion about these reservations you've made and then get back to me about it? If you really want to have your event here, make sure everyone is on the same page about the details.
I really do not have a single clue what you're saying right now, but I'm looking forward to this event.
Are you listening to a word I'm saying to you?
I know it's only 5 minutes before the reservation, but we're canceling for today.
What?
I understand that we made reservations there for 80 people at your husband's and your really nice restaurant, but we really don't care to go there anymore, so we're canceling now.
You're going to cancel on the day of your reservation?
Well, your restaurant is just too expensive for all of us.
I explained to you before about the pricing here at this place.
Well, it's too expensive for us, so we're going to another place now. I'm sure that this is going to really make some troubles for you and your husband, but that was never my intention. But having to deal with a massive reservation like that in your system being canceled last minute must really break the both of you two's hearts.
I have been able to tell that this whole thing was done by you with the intention of causing us trouble. But when you're talking about this class reunion, what one is it and when is it taking place?
Huh? I'm talking about the class reunion that's today.
No, I don't think that that's the case.
This is a class reunion for everyone from high school to finally get back together again and catch up. And, well, we decided we want to go somewhere a lot cheaper now for the event. There's no reason for us to go to your restaurant anymore. You think we could actually eat any of the food your nasty husband planned to make for us?
I knew it.
Your restaurant is way too expensive for the bad quality of food, so we're going to find someplace else for the event. I know that we'll be having to cancel over 80 different meals there, but that shouldn't create any complaints from you, right?
That class reunion you're on about right now is finished. It just ended a little bit ago.
Huh?
I was wondering what the hell you were talking about this whole time. But I guess you were talking about the high school reunion after all, huh? Well, that must mean that there was some break in communication between you and the other 79 people that planned to attend. My restaurant happened to host that event, exactly as it had been reserved for. And now it's over.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? I'm wanting to ask you that same question right about now. The high school reunion is over with and everyone is heading home now. And as for the reservation you made for 80 people, you want me to cancel that.
What? Hold on a second. Are you being serious about the high school reunion already being over? Then what about the reunion that I had put together and everything?
I just went and asked some of your friends that are still here about that, and they said that you had been talking with them about something like that. But they all told you that they had no plans of going to your class reunion that you wanted to throw together, right?
Huh? What? Why not?
Wait, you're asking me why? June, do you have any idea what's been going on? Everyone hates you.
Huh?
That's why it was only natural for them all to never want to go to an event that you'd be putting together and attending. All of those people happened to make plans of their own for a class reunion, and they had that event starting here a few hours ago. And while it was coming to an end, you started to text me about wanting to cancel it right before it started. I'm going to be honest, what have you been talking about? I mean, I know now, but for a second there, you really had me confused about what reservation you had made.
This makes no sense to me right now. So, what is going to happen at the other restaurant that I planned on having the reunion at? My plan was to make a fake reservation at your place as well as one at the place I really want to have the reunion at. And then on the day of, I'd cancel last minute at your place and bring everyone over to the real party.
But since you had this all planned out the whole time, you already went and reserved another restaurant for 80 people. Well, I don't think anyone will be going to that restaurant today. Are you going to be okay? You're going to have to pay 2 different cancellation fees now.
Wait, what the actual hell are you saying? So the class reunion is really over with now? What's going to happen to me then? What is going to happen at the restaurant I actually reserved for my class reunion?
Has anyone began to show up to the restaurant with you that you invited? It should be starting now, right? You planned it all out, meaning you should be aware of what the start time is.
Nobody has come yet. That is why I'm freaking out about all of this right now. Why? What happened to make everyone turn out this way for me? Are you telling me that nobody planned on coming to the class reunion in the first place?
I'm not sure. But it seems to me that they never invited you to their class reunion, right? If they had never told you anything about the event they had been planning, then that must mean, you were never invited to it. To me, it seems that the event you planned out and the event everyone else had planned out are 2 different events. And if you were meaning for that event you planned out to be the high school reunion, that just happened to be at my restaurant. And it is all finished with now. I'm not sure that anyone is coming to your event, but I guess have fun there?
Wait a sec. I am telling you right now that nobody is coming to the event that I planned out?
Well, if there is seriously no one else showing up for it, that means they never wanted to come, right? I mean, everyone came to the event that was at my restaurant, so they weren't afraid to come out and see everyone.
You are lying, right? So you're telling me they never invited me to their reunion and never wanted to come to mine?
Why are you asking me about all that? I'm not the one involved in any of that stuff, all right? I'm not sure who is exactly your friend anymore from high school, but if there is anyone left, go ask them.
Huh? You and I are friends, right?
What? Hold up. I'm actually really shocked to hear that you thought that of us.
I don't understand where you got the feeling that you and I are friends after all the history we have.
Huh? You're joking, right?
And if you really did happen to think of me as your friend or something, why would you do this to your friend?
What do you mean?
You made a reservation here on purpose and then planned to cancel the huge reservation on the day of in order to cause my husband and I trouble. I'm telling you right now that real friends never do something like that to one another.
But the fact that you never talked with me about marrying such a wonderful man as that was horrible of you. So I just thought I'd get my revenge for you doing something like that to me.
Excuse me? I think I've told you plenty of times now that he's not the perfect man you keep thinking of him as. But you've always been the kind of person to never listen to anyone besides your own conscience, and even then I'm not sure you listen to that either.
Is that why you think nobody invited me to that class reunion?
I'm not sure what the reason was, but everyone else came to the reunion here, so I'm sure it has to do with them all hating you. Like I said before, I'm surprised you never noticed that yet. They didn't even have you as part of the organizing team, all right? Why did you make reservations and preparations for something nobody wanted to be a part of? Did anyone even reply to you about wanting to come?
Well, it's that time of year when everyone gets together for class reunions, right?
What? So because other classes are having them this time of year, you thought you could just throw one together and everyone would show up? Did you invite everyone from our class to be there?
Well, you could say that I might have not invited everyone. But that's the thing about class reunions, right? You just have to tell a few people to come and word of it will spread. I wasn't going to be able to ask all 80 people to be at the party since I was already having to deal with reserving the restaurant.
But you expected 80 people to show up when not even bothering to get a response from them? Of course, this is why you never had a single soul come. Normally, in cases like class reunions, there will be a team that sets it up, and then they will send out invitations to each and every person from that class.
Huh? I never knew that.
Well, at this point, it doesn't even matter. All I'm saying is that for events like class reunions, it goes the same way as a wedding or a birthday party. You invite everyone that you want to be there, one by one. There is no point in getting upset about all of this now because the actual class reunion is over with. I think you need to go and tell the manager of that restaurant that you're canceling now before they begin to make more food. And of course, you canceled a reservation you made at my restaurant, so you're going to have to pay the cancellation fee here as well.
Huh? A cancellation fee?
This is what all high-end restaurants do. And you made a reservation for 80 people. That fills up my whole restaurant, which means we won't be making any money today now that you've canceled. So we are going to take a fee from you for canceling last minute. I told you before to talk with the others and make sure all your plans lined up when it came to the class reunion. I even told you that there happened to be a duplicate of the same reservation in my system.
But seriously, I never knew about the others making totally different plans at your restaurant for an earlier time.
Well, I warned you about it before. Yet after hearing that from me, you still didn't bother asking anyone about it, did you? Had you done that and realized that nobody would be coming to your event at that time, you could have canceled the reservation and not had to pay a single penny. I didn't know any better because to me it just looked like you were hosting another event right after.
But you could have at least done me a little better, giving me an explanation on all of that before. Had you done that, I would have figured out what was going on.
I am not wasting my time talking to someone who never listens to anything anyone else says to them, trying to get you to listen. That's just stupid. Now, are you going to pay me for that reservation? I even happen to know where your parents live, so you are paying me one way or another for this.
What? You really want to be that serious about getting my money from me?
Jesus Christ, of course!
Wait. How much is that fee going to cost me?
Well, the fee ends up being 100% of the cost of the whole dinner and event since you've canceled same day. Meaning you were looking at a $5,000 bill.
Huh? $5,000? What are you saying?
What am I saying? I'm saying that you owe me $5,000 for today now, and I'd like that paid to me before the end of the day.
You plan to get that kind of money, though, from an old classmate of yours?
It doesn't matter who you are, June. Whether you're my sister or my best friend, I'm going to make you pay full price when it comes to canceling a reservation as large as that. And remember, I've never been your friend. And after what you tried to pull today, I'm glad I never was your friend. So pay up now. I would ask that anyone else pay up for something like this, so let all that I'm your classmate crap go.
Stella, wait. Let's both take a moment to just wind down from all this. That amount of money, I can't pay it. And as for the restaurant I'm in right now, they aren't letting me leave until I pay up. And they said if I'm not going to pay, they'll have no choice but to call the police to come and get me. What should I do right now? If I use my credit card to pay right now, I won't have enough money left on it to pay you. Are you all right with me paying them first and I'll get back to you later?
Absolutely not, you brainless jackass.
Huh?
That restaurant has nothing to do with me, so I still want my money by the end of the day. I'm really not sure what voice in your head made you think it was such a good idea to reserve 2 different restaurants for 80 people at the same time. But the fact that you only made your reservation at my restaurant to harass me means that I will not go easy on you anymore. Prepare yourself, okay?
What? But I can't pay you right now.
I don't give a crap if you can pay right now or not. You're going to have to face the consequences of what you tried to pull today. I am going to get that money from you one way or another, so you'd better have a good lawyer in mind.
Wait, Stella, I'm so sorry about this. I just wanted to pick on you a little is all. I didn't think you'd ask for that much in cancellation fees for something like this.
You canceled a reservation on the day of at a very high-end restaurant. We have already finished buying all the ingredients for your event and even prepared some of it, so we're going to make you pay for all the time and money we put in.
Ah, I see. But really? $5,000?
Yes! I have had enough of you playing around, now pay up! I'm going to hound you down until I have every penny of that bill in my restaurant's bank account. Piles of trash like you are why I have gray hairs on my head already, and I'm not going to forgive you for that.
Stella, I'm sorry. Please, just forgive me this one time.
Stop trying to apologize. It's too late for that dramatic crap. Everyone already hates your guts, and so do I. Yet you never seem to get that. So now you're going to have to lose all your money due to your stupidity. Now pay up so that you'll hopefully learn your freaking lesson. In the end, June was asked by both restaurants to pay their cancellation fees to her in full. She tried to start calling around to all of the people she expected to come to her class reunion, but not a single one of them answered her calls. Not even those that she'd gotten replies from before the event answered her. And when she took a look at her social media, she noticed that all of them were beginning to post awesome and fun pictures from the actual class reunion, and that completely shattered her heart. This led to her trying to plead to the manager of that restaurant to let her off the hook this once, but as she sat there crying to him, she could hear police sirens in the background. She tried making a run for the front door, but it was too late, as they'd already locked it on her. And as the police walked up to the door, she curled up on the ground and began to sob. The police, after being let in, had her use her credit card to pay the restaurant the fee they had been asking for, and then walked her into the back of their police car to bring her over to my restaurant. When she showed up later that night with 2 police officers leading her into my restaurant, I let out a small laugh, just because the sight of all that made me so happy inside. She was then told by the police that she had 2 options. One was to pay me, and the other was to go with them to jail, where she'd have to await a court case from my lawyer and I. Surprisingly, though, she made the right choice, pulling out her checkbook and writing me a check that would take out pretty much all of the money she had saved up. I thanked her for that and waved her out of my restaurant, telling her to never come back again, feeling really good about that. After that had all been handled, June was without any money in her accounts, and now has quite the amount of debt to pay off on her credit card. She later tried going to her parents and asking them to do something to help her pay off the credit card she'd used,
But they both told her she seriously needs to get herself a real job and start paying things off herself. I'm sure that was not the thing she wanted to hear from even her own parents, but they have a very good point. She can't just expect things to happen for her anymore, so that's why this time will be a good turning point for her, that she'll hopefully be able to learn from.